We're here in Lincoln, Georgia for the Southern Roots Race Tour Briarhill Scramble. This is the last race of their series for the year, and they're having a split start. Half of the field started earlier in the morning and run their race, and this race is starting at 2 o'clock. So it's been a great experience. The track seems like it's laid out good. Seems like a good group of riders. Conditions probably as good as you can get. Here taking off now is the 30 plus intermediate, and that was Drew there in the red that took off. He got the whole shot, so he's off to a good start. And Drew and Tom's in the row with me in the 50 intermediate class, and it's an honor to be up here racing with these guys. When I first got back into the motorcycles, Tom, I watched his videos all the time because he was running in the same class that I would be running in. So I really looked up to him because just watching his videos, knowing that that's where I was going to be racing one day. And Drew, he does some great videos. I'll put a link up to their sites. Both great videos to watch. But anyway, so we're fixing to get going, so let's go racing. Okay, I get a good start. Got third getting around the first turn. Going down the straightaway here, Tom comes up with a burst of speed and passes me going into the woods. Not sure who the other two guys are. There's two different classes, the 40 intermediate and the 50 intermediate, and I'm not sure what class they're in, but that's Tom. They're off to a good start. He's the only one I know out of this group on our line, so we're grouped up here a little bit, but as the race goes on, we'll get spread out some. Yeah, the track was a little bit slick, not terrible, but enough to be make you be really careful, be a little timid, and a lot of slick roots. And you see Tom bouncing around off some right here. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I missed a gear and the guy bumped into me, or if he bumped into me, something happened. Anyway, I don't really know what happened, but anyway, bobbled up a little bit. Not sure who the guy in blue on the KTM is. He got by me, and once he got clear track, he pretty much checked out, and he cruised on pretty good. Another guy here fixing to pass me soon on a Kawasaki. He's in blue as well. I think he was, don't remember his name, but he was in the 50 intermediate, and he turned some really impressive times. I think he done 3 laps. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he had bike trouble or had a wreck, or don't really know what happened. But anyway, there he goes right there. But he was if that's who that is, he really turned some good lap times. But anyway, they got clear track. They pretty much checked out. Right here they had a split track. You could take the tougher section through the gully, and it was supposed to be about 18 seconds faster. Wasn't really sure that was it when I got there, but looks like I'd have been better off to have took the bypass, because it kind of bottlenecked in. And got here, I was looking at the bank, like wondering if I could climb the bank, but couldn't. So just had to kind of wait. I don't know what happened, and somebody got hung up. So I was thinking, well, I should have went the other way. That was the only trouble the rest of the race. I came through here on every lap and got through here no problem. I reckon just with that many people bunched up together, somebody had a problem, and it just created a slow spot for a minute. But anyway, we're back going. And right here, Tom got held up a little bit, and I snuck back by him, and the 2 guys in blue up front, as you see, they kind of disappear into the distance here pretty soon. So after that, it kind of clears out. It's almost like I'm just out on a trail ride by myself there for a while. Just a good, slick, rooty trail ride, and at times I felt like I was just poking along, because just being careful with the slick roots and all. But coming on up into about the 3rd lap, it seemed like everything, either I was getting more used to the track, or things started to dry out a little bit. But it seemed like I was a lot more comfortable anyway. This is some of the track that gets really tight. The working on the left hand, the clutch, it seemed like every lap through this section, my left hand would really get sore. I reckon just staying on the clutch so much through here, but kind of enjoyed the tight stuff. All these roots right here you see, that's wisteria. It's for y'all that don't know what wisteria is, it's an invasive plant. I hate it because it overtakes woods, and it's a battle to try to get rid of it. So them roots didn't really affect the ride, but they're horrible just because I know what they are, and I hate wisteria. So if you ever plant any, or your wife plants any, make sure and keep it intact, or get you some Roundup and just spray it and go ahead and take care of it while it's small. This is one of the few sections that I stood up on. About every lap through here, I sat down most of the time. I don't know, I'm just more comfortable sitting down. And my old bike, it ain't got real great suspension, but it's got a good comfortable seat compared to what these newer bikes do. So that was one spot I pretty much stood up on. There might have been a time or two occasionally that I did, but that's one thing a lot of people seem to talk about, my 6 inches of foam on my seat compared to their 1 inch or 2 inch. But I don't have the suspension, so I got a soft seat, and my ass still gets sore though. I think this is one of the 40 intermediate guys that got by me here. During the race, I thought it was the guy that was having trouble back there, uh, but it wasn't actually the guy that I was having trouble. Had a yellow helmet on a Yamaha, and he actually, right at the end of this lap, he catches me and passes me. And at the time when that happened, I thought it was a double A guy already lapping me, but it wasn't. I reckon he got his problem sorted and got back going. This here is probably one of the dumbest moves I made. I could hear the bike coming behind me. I thought it was the double A guy fixing to lap me, so I wanted to make sure and get out of his way, and busted that through a bunch of mess. But anyway, got my little handlebar souvenir there for a little bit. That's pretty much after we go through the start finish. I get back around him, so that tells me for sure he wasn't a double A guy. I don't know if he was having bike trouble, but that's the same guy that was that I had passed earlier that was on the side of the track, so maybe his bike wasn't running up to par. But anyway, probably the next 2 laps was pretty much uneventful. Wasn't a whole lot of passing other than some of the double A guys or the faster guys catching me towards the end of the second lap and getting by. And probably the 4th and 5th lap I actually got by several more people. I really wanted to try to have a consistent lap times, and seemed to do pretty good with that, so I'm proud of that. But all in all, it was a great day of racing. I ended up first in the 50 intermediate. No dust, a little slick to begin with, but by the end of the race, you couldn't ask for it to be no better.